Achievers team rise each morning with a purpose in our hearts. Those Kia caves, those mothers, every dreamer at the start. Taking small steps that lead to bigger plans. Melody uplifting bright. Lyrics know how. We are rising, shining brighter every day. Using our gifts in our own special way. Stay at home of leaders, dreamers. This is our time. We dream achievers, together we move forward, together we climb. We dream achievers. Rise and shine. We dream achievers.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on your time zone. Welcome to another edition of our live sessions. Today is a very beautiful day. Today is a very wonderful day, and we have a topic that is kind of a sequel or an aftermath or a follow-up to the discussion we had last week. There's this popular saying that after the rain comes sunshine, and if you that there's always light at the end of the tunnel. So no matter how dark, no matter how difficult the situation might be, if you have hope, if you persist, if you have that endurance, you will see that you come out better at the end of the day. It's just like when you want to make a pot of soup, you put all the ingredients, it's raw, you can't eat it. But after a short while, after careful planning, putting the oil, the salt, the pepper, and the meat and the vegetables at the right time, you see that when it's cooked, it's a very delicious meal. My name remains Michael Esusa Agolomu. I'm the father, a husband, and a husband. I'm originally from Nigeria, but reside here in Sweden with my children, my wife, and my children. And today we're talking about our business to you, as we always do every Sunday at 9 p.m. And today I'm not alone. As usual, I have my business partners, and I want to call them to introduce themselves very, very quickly, starting from Coach Vera. Let's quickly introduce yourself to our viewers today.
Thank you so much, Brother Esusa. Hello, everybody. Good evening from my part of the world. My name is Vera, originally from Nigeria as well. I'm a mother of 6 beautiful children, and I reside here in the Republic of Ireland. I am a business coach and mentor, and for now, this is what I do, apart from other side hustles, here and there. But this is my main business at the moment. I sit back and enjoy this topic, with us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll not remain Ireland. We'll quickly go to Belgium and we'll call Sister Salome, the incoming coach. Very soon she'll be called the coach as well. So quickly introduce yourself to our viewers, please.
Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? Happy new week. Happy new month. We are back again today with an amazing topic. I hope you will learn 1 or 2 things from us today. My name is Sirimen Salome Otisi, a mother of beautiful 4 kids, a wife, a healthcare worker by profession, and also a proud digital business mentor. Thank you so much for joining us. Back to you, sir.
Thank you very much. And lastly, we'll call Coach Doris, all the way from the Republic of Ireland, to introduce ourselves quickly.
Thank you so much, Mike. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, according to your time zone. Yes, my name still remains Doris, mom, originally from Nigeria, based in Ireland, and a digital business mentor and a coach. Sit back with your drink and listen to what we have to share today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Last week, we had a very beautiful discussion or a topic that we discussed with our viewers here. It was the myth that almost stopped me. So every time you hear about this myth, what is it all about? That's just something that you are not sure about, something that is, I'll call it a stumbling block, something that puts so much fear in your mind that you are not able to function as you want to. Oftentimes, people just decide to leave what they plan to do because there's that mean that, oh, this thing is not for men, it's only for women, for example, or you are not educated enough to do this thing, or you don't have the support that you need. But last week we're able to discuss on this and come to the conclusion that, look, even though those fears are there, but instead of being a stumbling block on your path, rather use them as a launch pad for you to achieve what you want to achieve. Now, in line with what I said earlier, that after rain comes sunshine, today we want to go. What happens after you've succumbed or surpassed that myth? You've successfully broken down the myth that, look, this thing cannot stop me. I want to go forward. What happens? What is your next step? What do? You are in the business. What happens, or what happened, or what is happening as you are still in the business, or you are sitting in the fence, still undecided, even though in your heart of heart, you know that I've surpassed that myth, but I want to go ahead with the business. But then somehow something is stopping you. What is there? What do we do? What do you do? Today, we are here to address that particular part of the discourse. Uh, we want to start today's discussion with Coach Doris. Because one of the things we pride ourselves about in this business is the fact that you are never left alone.
Yeah.
You are never left alone to find your way, to charter your path yourself. Rather, there is somebody or people who are there to always give you the support that you need when you need it. So that is why today I want to ask Sister Doris, how did it feel, or how important was it for you to see that you have a mentor? And how important is having a mentor or a supportive community for you, Sister Doris?
Thank you so much again.
Sorry, sorry,
Yes.
Coach Doris. I have to correct that. It's Coach
It's
Doris, not
okay.
Sister Doris.
Thank you so much, Bro Mike, again. You know, in this business, as we said last week, that we have a supportive community and a mentor. You don't have to do it alone. But still, that's one of the biggest reasons some people stay stuck is because they try to figure things out on their own without asking for help. For me, what really helped me, what really makes a difference for me in this business is my mentor and the big community that we have. You know, my mentor is always ready. Anytime I call her, anytime I reach out to her, or anytime I'm stuck. But sometimes there are some things I will just say, okay, let me just not disturb my mentor. I will go to the community and I just put a message across. Because we said the business is global. The business road 247, our community is always open 247 as well. Even in the midnight, if you wake up maybe around 1 a.m. or 2 p.m. and send the message across in our community, maybe if you're stuck and you send the message, somebody will just pick it up and answer you. And that makes a very big difference. A mentor will give you guidance, which my mentor did to me. They will help you to avoid common mistakes that a lot of people make running their own business. So you see, when you have somebody by the side, eager to help you and to guide you, you will feel more confidence, and it will help your business to grow faster, and you as well to grow with your new skills and everything that you're doing. Because you cannot compare when you have somebody guiding you and when you're doing it alone. It's not the same. And in a community, when you see people succeeding and you're celebrating their wins, that will remind you that your own wins is coming on the way. It will help you and encourage you to keep going. If they are succeeding today, tomorrow will be your own turn. You see, it will help that your confidence to grow, because success is a journey. The right mentor and the right community will help you to grow faster. So stay focused and build also your confidence when you are in the right business, like this business we are talking about. Because this is a business opportunity. My mentor, we saw the opportunity and she shared it to me. That is a blessing. I grab it out and I'm here now telling you, you that is watching us, we are here telling you that you should come, that will mentor you, we will guide you. And you don't have to think about it twice. And you don't have to figure it out on your own. So what are you waiting for? What is holding you back? Last week, we said you don't need to be tech savvy. All we are saying is for you to just come as you are. We are here to guide you. And we have a big community as well. I may decide, if I decide tomorrow now I want to go to any part of the world, all I need to do in the community, I will send the message, I'm coming to maybe Belgium, I'm coming to Belgium. Do we have anybody around so and so place? You see, somebody will tell me, I'm there. If I go there, I'm going to meet them. We'll talk about business, do videos together. That is how this business is helping us, and it can help you too if you're part of us. Thank you so much, Brahma. I can hand back over to you.
Thank you very much. That is wonderful. See, when in an African background, you see, I spoke about it somewhere today, that if a mother is going to the marketplace or going out somewhere, as long as there's another mother in the next building or in the next room, she consider her children safe, because she's going to speak to the other mother and say, look, I'm going out for a short while. Kindly have an eye on my children. And yes, indeed, that other mother or the other mothers at home would take care of all the children in the house or in the neighborhood as if they were their own children. Now, what that means is that a community, it takes a parent or one person or two persons to give birth to a child, but it takes a whole community to raise that child. So that is why you say there's a difference between the children that were raised in a community than the ones that were raised individually by single parents, because the pressure is not on just you alone. You can't do things that you should be able to do because you cannot move. You can't take that particular child with you. So you have to stay home or change your course of action. So that is what Coach Doris just talked about now. The availability of a mentor, the availability of a coach, and the fact that you have a community that is worldwide to answer to your questions, to support you at any time. And come to think of it, this community we're talking about now, even though we're all in the same business, even though we're all in the same marketplace, trying to attract the same audience or clients or customers, but the model is to encourage the other person, not to pull the other person down, which is a unique aspect of our business. And that will bring me quickly to Sister Doris. I'm going to call on you next. You see, not everybody is a business-minded person. But then some people who are not sure come in contact with other persons or a situation and their mindset change. I want to know from Sister Doris, I'm almost calling you a coach. Now, very soon you'll be a coach. So it's going to happen very soon. What has changed mostly in your mindset, Sister Doris, Sister Salome, since you joined this business? What is that part of your mindset, that part of your life that you can say for certain, this changed? I had this mindset before. Now this is what I think about. This is what I do. I don't think like this like I used to anymore. I just focus on this now. What is that in your mindset that changed?
Thank you so much, Brother Mike, for this great opportunity. You know, if I have to say it out loud, there is a lot of things I will be counting. In fact, it will be countless, because this business changed everything. The way I think, the way I do things, you know. Talking about mindset, I like to believe in myself. I never thought anyway I could speak confidently, share my own idea, or speak on camera. Before, I used to be nervous when I'm talking to people. I did not plan it, I did not learn it, but this business taught me how to do it. Choose to learn instead of letting fear stop me. because I know a lot of people that fear of camera, fear of being on internet, fear to bring their family on internet. But this business taught me how to do all those things without feeling stuck. That decision changed everything about me. Don't get me wrong, I am still learning, right? But every single day, new things, new development, new skills. Before, I don't even believe that I can be on Facebook no matter how. But look at me now. Every day, this is my second home, like office. In fact, this journey has taught me that courage doesn't come before action. Because had it been that I did not took that action years back, I will not be where I am today. I will not be growing and learning the way I am doing now. It's all because of yes, I say to myself. And it does not come automatically. I have to ask myself questions. I have to think deeply and ask myself, do I love where I was? Do I need a change in my life? What will be my gain? What will I get if I say yes in the next 5 years, in the next 3 years? And that thought changed everything, changed my own. In fact, the way I do things, the way I talk. When we're talking about winning, it's not only when we get profit from what we do. Because when you get another knowledge, whatever you are doing that help you in life, not only in business, any part of life, and you see your environment changing, it's also part of winning. I've also realized something very important. If I don't speak up, no one will know what is in my mind before I hardly speak up. No matter what, I prefer to swallow it. I prefer to do my own things the way I feel comfortable doing things. Now, a lot of things I've learned that helps me. The first step I took, no one could have done it for me if I didn't. No one would decide for me if I did not question myself, ask myself questions, comparing my situation now in future, plan for future. That decision is only for me to decide and to make. All these things is what changed my mindset since I started this business. Before, we're talking about future. I get my pay, I just save a little bit, do what I can. Next month, every time repeat itself like that. That mindset has changed everything. The way I compose myself, the way I do things, and know that there is nothing like family time. There is nothing like future. My advice to you now that is watching, I know someone is watching us right now, or you are going to watch later probably. Don't wait until you feel ready. Don't wait until you feel ready, because it's not going to happen. Just start doing something. Start where you are right now. Keep learning. Take the opportunities that come on your ways, because you may not even see it again. Grow begins the moment you choose yourself. You choose to be heard. You choose to do things that you can learn from. A community, friends that are ready to teach you from A to Z. Take action. Do not wait anymore. Thank you so much. I give it back to you, bro.
Thank you very much. Very beautiful conclusion there. She said, "Take action. Don't wait anymore." You see, it's ironic to see that the tiny steps that people take. I used to coach a youth football team. I had this group that I started coaching from when they were 6 years old. Some were 5, some were 6. Now today, basically all of them are taller than me. And then if you picture it to one picture I saw to what is happening in the real world now, you see a football player, football star like Kylian Mbappe. There was a picture I saw of him when he was just a baby. He could not be older than 6 or 7. Had the opportunity of coming to the same room with another great football star, Zinedine Zidane, and he took picture with him. He took picture with Thierry Henry. Now, but you see him now is bigger than those guys. Okay, let me not go and get people on my back now. Almost as big as Zidane and almost as big as Henry. He has achieved basically everything those guys achieved in football and even gone beyond them. Now, what am I trying to say now? The tiny steps you take in life can lead you somewhere as long as you persist on it, as long as you understand that this is the step I'm taking and with a purpose. You are taking that step because you have a why, you have a reason, you have something that you want to achieve, you have a focus, and you see the pathway. It might not be straight, it might be just narrow, but then you understand that this narrow path that is has thorns on the way. If I pass through it, just this portion, I'm going to come to the big, large opening. Just like the Bible says that the road to heaven is narrow. Meanwhile, the road to hell is wide. It's very wide and open. It looks appealing, looks fresh and big, but it's leading to hell. But this we're talking about, the road to heaven, is narrow because not everybody can pass through that road. Now, we are going to move over to another coach, my mentor, and my cousin. I'm having I've reserved this for you because I want you to do justice to this. Because I'm mashing 2 different ideas in one. Now, the first thing is this. When you step into a place or into a situation, there's always something that you were not expecting. Somebody can just be saying some things and you're looking and thinking, what is this person saying? This person is not even sure what he's saying or what she's saying, because you know about what that person is actually talking, and then you see that person is way off the line. So you can be surprised, or you can be in a situation and you were not expecting something very good, and now it come across you as a surprise. First thing I wanted to tackle, Coach Vera, is what surprised you the most after taking the first step to join this business? What was that thing that you didn't expect to be there, and now when you got in, you saw, oh, this is a huge surprise, pleasant surprise, not a bad one, and you cap it up with, I know we have audience today, people watching us, or you have people who are already business partners, but they are stuck. What advice do you give to them today to encourage them? What would you encourage them to do? What would you give? What is that word that you tell them to keep them motivated and keep them moving on? Coach Vera.
Yeah, thank you so much, Brother Mike, for this great opportunity again, to talk about my business, passionately. This is, something that I got myself into. There are some things or situations you get yourself into, and as soon as you're in, you're like, oh God, what have I done? In my own case, what happened to me, in fact, it started from the very beginning when after I paid my entry fee, attended the webinar, and I was actually blown away by, oh my God, you mean somebody can actually have this legitimate business, right? And, quit their nursing job. That was what actually surprised me initially. But I wasn't going to even, that was not going to be my journey at all. I told that to myself because at the time I knew that I wanted to be a nurse. So there was just no way that was going to, change my mind. But what actually surprised me, I actually don't want to talk about it so much on live here because of the restriction. In fact, from some days ago, I got some restrictions from Facebook. So I'm very careful now, to talk so much about my proceeds or my earnings from the business and everything. But what actually surprised me most was, it was a joke and a joke and a joke. Before I knew it, I didn't have to return to my job again. My job was my life at the time, apart from my children, my family, my husband, and, my family, my brothers and sisters, my siblings, my, things that were dear to me, people that were dear to me. But my job was, something that was very, very close to my heart. And if I was told that in the next 20 years that I would leave my job. I wouldn't believe it, right? But I tell you, when I took action in my business and did what I had to do, I know I stayed a very long time before I took the right action. The surprise for me was that I ended up, stopping my work or my job that I thought was my life when it comes to my economic life, right? I thought that that was going to be, the only way that I would retire my life, but it surprised me. I couldn't even believe it. This is not to boast about what actually comes from the business, because like Brother Mike said, it's little steps, nobody actually comes through any situation, as a victorious, and then they boast to tell you that, oh, they just took one giant step and it landed them there. It's actually some little things that they did actually landed them there. Okay. My first earning in this business was only 330 euros, right? So my big surprise was when I earned 5 figures. I was like, oh, is this actually real? And to be very honest, the only time I've seen that kind of 5 figures in my account was not from my job. It was from borrowing from the bank. All right. That was the only time I saw. But seeing that in my bank account from the business was a big surprise for me. And then, this actually goes again to the myth that could have actually stopped me. Will this business, was it a good thing for me to actually believe that I was leaving my job, for my business? Of course, that was not going to be my thing, but I ended up doing it. And, having this business and going through everything that I had to go through, here I am today, on the other side. I still told somebody yesterday, I don't ever see myself working, in that same field that I worked before, right? Maybe as of today, right? Maybe tomorrow something might change. Maybe a different passion might change. Maybe when I have my empty nest, and I just want to use, that time to, with people, just to support people, I might actually do that. But for now, I don't see myself doing it, because to me, it's a cheating on myself. Okay, where I can actually sit down here. Let me assume that I spent 12 hours on my job and I get 5 figures, and I spent 12 hours on my business. On my business, I get 5 figures, and I spent the same 12 hours on my job and I get 2 something, 3 something, less than, maybe maximum, if I do this is a bank holiday weekend, I do bank holiday weekend, I get maybe 4 something. So I can actually compare that to my job. So what am I saying? Why am I saying this? What if I had listened to the negative talks around me? What if I had allowed, the myth that I knew about the business, that, oh, there's nothing good that comes out from digital business. In fact, it is fake life. In fact, it is this. In fact, it is that. In fact, it is not even a permanent thing. I've seen a lot of people, especially my elderly friends, that when I tell them that, okay, this is my business, and I could see the fear in them, like, this is not even a thing. This is not, how can you say you're working online? You're not working for somebody. It's not as if you're working remotely for one company, but you're working online. And they don't see this as being a viable, job or business to have for the future. But another thing that surprised me in our business is that it came actually with, this retirement package. It came with, when I'm no longer here, when you are no longer here, your inheritance. This business is your inheritance. In fact, I just had a situation before we came off live here right now, okay, where I had to, direct a colleague, to somewhere on our business partner's website where they have that information there. Should your business partner passes, okay, or should you pass, what you should do. It's actually your inheritance. But this was what I was actually worried for, especially when I was working. I knew that should anything happen to me at that job, it was going to be a done-for situation for myself, for my husband and children, because there's no way my job would have employed them. But today I have a business that I know that can be passed, to them. And I'm still building this business. Mind you, I'm not where I want to be yet, or where I need to be yet in my business, but I'm still building it, knowing that at least should anything happen now, it's going to have an inheritance, the children, the life. I mean, there's some security there, this is to let people who are actually out there, they say, okay, why should I do this when I have time, and when I could have actually invested in something else? Okay, so you have to sit down and weigh your options. If you feel that what you're investing in is going to, give yourself and your family generational income, generational wealth, that's okay. But this is what this business actually gives us, and I never knew it existed until I came. Right. In fact, I just want to, to remind us that your future does not change because of that big giant step that you took. Your future actually changes from the little things that you do. For example, if you're working in your digital business, right, the little things you do, like what we are doing right now, for so many, it looks like, oh, it's boring. These people are just sitting here and talking and talking and talking. This is one of the steps that we take. All right. But then doing these little things consistently amounts to a lot. Okay. And of course, we'll have to understand that you will never discover what is possible, okay, if you stay where you're actually comfortable. That is one of the things that a lot of us, find it very difficult to actually comprehend. In fact, I'm actually thinking of, losing weight around my belly area. And most of the time, after I finish eating, because of what is going on with me right now, I just want to go down and lie down. And then I remember that I'm very comfortable, yes, in that, but it's not going to give me the result that I want. In fact, it's going to even worsen it. So I then have to, remember to push myself, either to go for a walk or to go on the treadmill or to do something to just make sure that I'm not, that cozy in that bed while the belly area is actually pushing up. So you see, life itself, gives us so many things and choices, and of course, some pleasant things. But of course, I understand that because of our experience, because of our doubts, because of the myth that that surrounds us, we may end up, getting stuck where we are. So you don't have to stay stuck. So in this business right now, we've discussed about, we've told you our stories and everything. So what are you going to do? You have the information already. Why have you not taken action? To me, you are still stuck where you are right now because you have not, done the right thing that you're supposed to do. So if you are there and you have already written your name on our website, the next thing that you have to do after watching the webinar is to pay your $149, which is refundable anyway within 30 days. And of course, you know that after looking at the business model, you've seen everything that was sent to you, and you think that it's still not for you. You can actually refund. And if you don't want to refund, you want to go ahead, then you meet with your mentor or your coach, and then, we take you on the next step on how to actually, start your business from scratch. So you are not left alone, like Coach Doris actually told us. You are guided from the beginning. Okay, you're taken literally by the hand until you achieve everything you need to achieve in a business. Okay, even when you succeed, when you are also a coach, you still continue to ask questions. You still continue to have that help. So you are never going to be left alone. So do not let any myths that you had about this business, keep you stuck from not, reaching or realizing your own dreams. Thank you so much, Bryce Sosa, and I'll hand it over there, to you. God bless.
Thank you very much. Sorry if I was picking up my phone there because my son just walked in. So we've actually, I'm so happy that we could take this topic today because now we've successfully concluded this chapter of this myth and what happens after. Because always, no matter what you do in life, every action, chemistry always say for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. For every action you take, there's a reaction. My physics teacher once told me that he does not slap anybody. He would never lay his hand to slap anybody, and we asked him why. He said the same amount of force you use to slap that person, the same pain the person feels is the same amount of pain you are going to feel in your palm. So work done is equals to zero. You didn't achieve anything because you're only putting pain on yourself. You think you are starting pain on the other person, but you are feeling exactly the same amount of pain. So what am I trying to say now? Everything in life, every journey in life starts with a step. If you are going to build a house, you must first of all lay a foundation, and the foundation starts with just one block. There's no foundation that is massive. You don't build a house and it stands in one day. No, you start at one point. So what are the tiny steps that you should be taking today? What are the questions that you should be asking for you that is outside? What do you want to know about the business? How do you get to know those informations? Coach Vera talked about paying $149 when you're already in. And if you are not already in yet, Coach Doris, quickly tell our people just in 1 minute, because I want us to close in 1 minute. What do we do? What do people do if they want to get to that point of paying $149? Quickly.
All they need to do, thank you again, Bro Mike. All they need to do is choose any of us. Our website is right here in front of you. Just choose one of us, any of us that you like to work with. Register your name and your email address so that we can be able to send you the link where you pay your $149. Then we'll pick it up from there. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, viewers. You've heard it all. We hope that this will give you an encouragement. If you are still in doubt, reach out to us. We'll talk to you. You can call on the phone. We can call you back if you just drop your name and number or your email address. And hopefully we'll see you on the inside. Have a lovely week ahead and bye-bye.
So long.
Keep moving, keep growing. We dream achievers team, keep moving forward, keep growing.